name is Chris. I have spent the last 3 months studying abroad in Thessaloniki, Greece. Before coming to Greece, I lived in the town of Sudbury, Massachusetts. When I applied to Northeastern, I did so wanting to stay close to home, in a city that I was already familiar with. Instead, I ended up leaving the continent for a country that I had never even contemplated visiting before. From the moment we arrived at our hotel, I knew that life was going to change in many ways. As I settled into the Greek lifestyle, I started to explore Thessaloniki and get a feel for the city. It's filled with stray dogs wandering the streets and graffiti sprayed all over benches and buildings. The Aegean Sea was within view of our hotel, and I got into the habit of taking runs along its boardwalk. On my runs, I would pass landmarks like the White Tower, the Umbrella Sculpture, and Aristotle Square. On an average night, I would pass musicians, street performers, or fishermen looking for their dinners. Where people in America generally begin going to sleep fairly early, you can find Greeks out on the boardwalk all through the night. The more I experienced the city, the more I began to love its features. Although I didn't have any classes with Greek students, there were lots of other ways I got to interact with Greek citizens. I went to a weekly folk dancing class for the service learning component of my general education class. I played pickup basketball with Greeks at the local courts, and I frequented restaurants like Grillo, home of the 250 hero. As great as Thessaloniki is, we took many vacations and excursions to different parts of Greece. The first weekend, we traveled to a resort in Halkidiki, one of the beach destinations of Greece. We also visited the tomb at Vergina, the Oracle of Delphi, along with other group trips to destinations in Thessaloniki. On one of our long weekends, I visited Rome with my mom. Because she convinced me to tour the famous sites, I ended up learning much more from the trip than I would have had I visited with friends.
No one here is on trial. It's just a turn around and we go. Oh, well, and we go on. Tick tock, I want to rock you like the 80s. Cock blocking isn't allowed. Tugboat, Sheila.
By immersing myself in the Greek lifestyle, I learned what it means to be a global citizen rather than a tourist. I've made many friendships here that I know will last, and I experienced things that I never envisioned would be part of my college experience. My time here has made me realize that I definitely want to travel more and see other parts of the world. I look forward to returning to Boston, but I will always treasure my time in Thessaloniki.